Handsome billionaire Pavel Durov, the enigmatic CEO of Telegram, is one of the most fascinating figures in the tech world. He was arrested at the Le Bourget airport outside Paris on Saturday over alleged offenses related to the messaging app. With a net worth of $15 billion, he's a man of wealth, yet he owns no tangible assets. More intriguingly, Durov is said to have fathered over 100 children, without ever having a conventional relationship with their mothers. Durov first made his mark by creating VK, Russia's largest social network, where he famously trolled government officials. Even his hairline, some joke, receded out of respect for his rebellious spirit. However, his most significant accomplishment is undoubtedly Telegram, a messaging platform with over 1 billion users. Telegram is unique. There are no ads, just 30 employees, and it's designed to be a thorn in the side of those who operate in the shadows. Durov once stated that to be truly free, one must be prepared to risk everything for freedom. That risk became a reality yesterday when he was arrested in France, facing potentially up to 20 years in prison on charges that include money laundering, fraud, sanctions evasion, and even accusations tied to terrorism. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. Today, we'll dive into how Telegram works, compare it with other encrypted messaging apps like Signal, and try to determine whether Telegram is a force for good or evil. Pavel Durov was born in Russia, but he's also a citizen of the UAE and France. His decision to become a French citizen is puzzling, but it provided France with the legal grounds to arrest, imprison, and potentially prosecute him severely. But what exactly did he do to provoke such a response? According to French authorities, their frustration stems from Telegram's lack of moderation and cooperation with law enforcement. Additionally, Telegram's use of disposable phone numbers facilitates cryptocurrency transactions that are nearly impossible for authorities to track. Telegram even has its own cryptocurrency token, which has plummeted in value since Durov's arrest. It's eerily reminiscent of the Silk Road saga, which ended with its founder, Ross Ulbricht, receiving 2 life sentences without parole. Telegram has been a rare space where one can access unfiltered, uncensored information, news about global events, and even controversial topics, free from the mainstream narrative and patronizing warning labels. That said, Telegram isn't entirely uncensored. If you download it from the Apple or Google Play stores, a significant amount of content is restricted to comply with those platforms' policies. This is why it's recommended to download Telegram directly from its official website, telegram.org, where many of their applications are also open source. But how do authorities even know about illegal activities if everything on Telegram is supposed to be encrypted? The truth is, while Telegram does use encryption, not all of it is end-to-end encrypted, the gold standard for secure communication. End-to-end encryption ensures that only the sender and receiver can read the messages, with no centralized server, whether owned by a company or a government, able to intercept the data. This method is used by apps like Signal, which has its open source protocol and was recently banned in Russia. Telegram does offer end-to-end encryption for its private chats, but most other communications on the platform are stored on centralized servers, albeit encrypted. So why does Telegram vex authorities so much? The answer lies in its decentralized infrastructure, spread across multiple countries. This design makes it incredibly difficult for anyone or government to gain access to user data. Even if an agency were to seize a server in one country, the data would likely be encrypted, with the decryption key stored in another, far-off jurisdiction. This level of encryption frustrates authorities to no end. In fact, the European Union has considered making end-to-end encryption illegal, with figures like Ylva Johansson leading the charge, though they've been unsuccessful so far. Encryption is the kryptonite of governments trying to control digital communication. While hate speech laws are enforced in many parts of Europe and the UK, platforms like Telegram that resist cooperation make it nearly impossible to regulate. Some believe that by arresting Durov, the authorities are attempting to cut off the head of the snake, either forcing him to open a backdoor to Telegram or face decades behind bars. The reality is, Once the US government targets you, your chances in court are slim, less than 1%. Most people end up pleading guilty to avoid a drawn-out legal battle. Even if you win, as billionaire Mike Lynch did recently, the odds can still turn against you in unpredictable ways. As for Pavel Durov, his fate remains uncertain. The world is watching to see if he's truly ready to risk everything in his quest for freedom. Thanks for watching. You are awesome.